Hi, good day. Welcome for today's learning. I am Ma'am Shan, hoping that you're doing fine and wishing your safety against today's pandemic. So to start our lesson for today, let us roll on the intro. Today's discussion, we are going to tackle the healthy eating habits. This is the unit 3 of your module, and this is the topic for your semifinals. So when we hear the title of this discussion today, I know pagkadungog pa lang ninyo sa word nga healthy, then ang nag-sync na dayon or nag-pop up na dayon sa inyong mind is vegetables, fruits, kay mo maginatong marag mas stereotype nato, di ba? Kung kaingon tag healthy foods, healthy eating, dapat naa siya fruits and vegetables. But today's discussion, I will enlighten your minds and I will widen your knowledge about what foods are considered healthy and what foods are considered unhealthy. Now that we have the details of our physical fitness and we know what components to improve and which one to maintain, this learning guide will help you realize the importance of proper nutrition and a balanced diet is to our physical fitness. This until explores the concept of Pingang Pinoy. This guideline helps Filipino to visualize the balanced portions during meal times. So the main goal of this lesson is for you to know how to prepare your own meal with a balanced diet. So I know that naapod tayo stereotype when we hear the word diet is dili ta magkaon. That is a wrong notation about that word. Diet means eating the healthy and the proper foods. So dapat kompleto ang atoang pagkaon. It doesn't mean kung mag tag diet is mag-skip ta og meal. That is a very wrong idea about diet. Now, let us define what is a healthy diet. A healthy diet, which is a part of a healthy lifestyle, is the foundation of good health. It is a diet that is able to satisfy one's energy and nutrient needs for proper body functions, growth, and development. Daily activities and maintenance of health, keeping well within one's caloric needs. So, according to the definition, ang healthy diet daw is part, kauban siya sa healthy food nga lifestyle. And then, ang iyang foundation is to build a good health or maayong nga panglawas. So, in short, no, gidefine nila ang healthy diet nga dili siya, I mean, ang healthy diet, a healthy diet or a healthy food is depende siya sa gikailangan sa isa ka tawo. What I mean is kanang depende siya sa individual. So meaning lahi-lahi taog lahi-lahi taog gikailangan nga healthy diet. Depende kung unsa atong ginatrabaho sa matag adlaw. So for example, if you are an active person, so you need to eat more than those nga dili kaayo active ang ilahang lifestyle. So I hope you get the idea. Okay? So hence, it takes into consideration both quality and quantity of food consumed by a person. So naay guidelines ang FAO. So according to the Food and Agriculture Organization or FAO of the United Nations, a healthy diet includes a variety of food from different food groups. So, ang food groups, di ba, is go, grow, and glow. So, later on, we'll dig more on that part. So, according to FAO, ang healthy diet daw is dapat na ay klase-klase nga pagkaon nga gikan sa food groups. And then, meets the individual needs for calories and nutrients. So, kato kong giingon earlier, nga depende siya kung unsa atong gikailangan. Kung active ta, we need more. And if dili kaayo ta active, so we need less. Is safe with no risk from toxins, bacteria, mold, or chemicals. Mold is kanang bacteria, nababantayan ninyo sa inyong pan na nag-green na siya. Muna siya ang mga mold. So, dapat daw safe ana nga mga kind of bacteria. So, we are all aware naman po, diba, that of farmers use chemicals to how do you call that? Kana bitaw? Para pesticides, insecticides. So, gagamit sila na nga chemicals. So, it's not that healthy po. And then, is enjoyable and culturally acceptable. So, culturally acceptable because I know you heard about that kind of bitang online informations that Chinese eat fetus. So, that is one example that it is not culturally acceptable sa ato. Kaya gait sila og fetus. So, I don't know but if that's true or not, but that is a good example for this statement na culturally acceptable and is available and sufficient each day and all year round. So, dapat daw, dili lang siya karon nga adlaw available. Dapat available jud siya sa whole year. Sa kada adlaw na to siya pwede makaon. So, moreover, according to the World Health Organization or the WHO, a healthy diet emphasizes vegetables, fruits, whole grains, root crops, fat-free or low-fat milk, lean meats, poultry, fish, egg, beans, and nuts. It is also low in saturated fats, trans fat, cholesterol, sodium, and added sugars. So there are foods that na siya natural sugars, no? And there are also foods nga na ay mga added sugars. Such, for example, our coffee, na siya added sugar, especially kanang mga 3-in-1. So, di ba, akong giingon ka ganina if moingon tag healthy, na gyud mauban gid perminti ang vegetables and fruits, but dili kay ta knowledgeable nga naapay lain source of a healthy food such as kaning gi-mention dinhi. So, poultry products considered dira is kanang naa sa farm nga mga products. Poultry products, egg is an example of a poultry product and also milk. So, kaning mga saturated fats and trans fats, mapansin ninyo ni siya sa mga pakete ana inyong mga ginapalit bito sa dapat yung sama sa Robinsons kung magpalit mo og mga milk kanang naka-chill nga milk and then mabasahan ninyo nga na siya saturated fats kung pila or sa likod niya kanang mga nutritional facts mabasahan ninyo there ang amount sa saturated fats mga trans fat ana di ba naapoy Coke nga Coke Zero kay zero sugar daw siya. So, you can check it out on the food next time when you buy in the grocery stores or in malls na naa siya yung mga inyana nga mga labels if you're not so familiar with that term. So next, so a healthy diet is also consistent with the following principles in nutrition. So first, we have the balance. So balance refers to consuming foods from different food groups in proportion to each other. So muna akong gimension ganina, ang food groups muna siya tong go, grow, and glow. So dapat daw balanse ang atuang pagkaon. So next, we have the variety. So refers to eating different kinds of food from the different food groups every day. No single food provides all the nutrients in proper amounts needed by the body. Therefore, a wide selection of food is vital to obtaining a healthy diet and achieving good nutrition. So, giingon diri no nga, wala daw kay makaon na pagkaon nga makuha na nimo didto tanan gyud ang imong mga gikailangan nga mga vitamins and minerals. So kinahanglan gyud nga lahi-lahi ang imong kaonon. So if your favorite viand is fried chicken, then fried chicken ka sa morning, sa udto, sa gabi, then that is not a healthy diet. Kay balik-balik raman imong food. So, balik-balik lang imong nakuha nga nutrition. So, in the end, manubra na ka na nga nutrition, and then ang other nutrition or vitamin, then other form of vitamins and nutrition is dili na nimo makuha. So, you need to uh, have a variety of food in your plate. Next, we have moderation. Refers to eating the right proportions of food that is not consuming too much or too little as compared with that the body needs. Extremes in food consumption may lead to various repercussions. For example, a certain amount of fiber is good for digestion, but too little intake of fiber may increase the risk for constipation, heart disease, and weight gain. On the other hand, too much fiber may lead to certain nutrient losses. So, we all know, or to those who do not know, that kailangan tag fiber para makabawas ta in a day. So, yan giingon din as an example nga dapat we take in moderation, meaning hinay-hinay lang ta og pagkaon, dili ta magpasobra. Sa ako pang giingon ganina, it's too much is not good, and too less is also not good. So dapat balance lang siya, di ba? So giingon diri, if masobraan daw tagkaon og fiber, um maka-increase siya it may lead to certain nutrient losses. So, syempre, kung masobrang tag fiber, masige tag bawas, and then mawala na hinuon or ma-eliminate sa atong lawas ang other pod nga nutrients. But if less pod ato ang intake sa fiber, dili pud ta makabawas, constipated ta, sakit atong tiyan, mag-gain ta og weight, and then naapod siya risk sa heart disease. So, we need fiber every day, but with moderation. So, what are examples of foods that contains fiber? Number one is, we have pineapple, diba? Pineapple is one good example of a food that contains fiber. Okay, so what else do you think of food nga naay fiber? You think. I'll give you time to think kung unsa pa nga mga foods ang naay fiber, except for pineapple, kay of course ako na siya nahatag nga example. Okay, so some examples of foods that is good in fibers are beans. We have the beans, we have broccoli, we have berries, we have avocados. How do you pronounce that one? Popcorn, whole grains, apples, and dried fruits, sama sa say tawag anang pasas gani sa Tagalog ana raisins, something like that. Dried fruits, example, potatoes and nuts. So those are the top 10 high fiber foods. So you need to have an intake of that every day. So we have already defined what is a healthy diet. So now let us define what is an unhealthy diet. So an unhealthy diet is composed of foods that are energy dense, yet nutrient poor and are high in saturated fats, trans fats, refined carbohydrates, or sodium. A diet low in fruits and vegetables or fiber is also characteristic of an unhealthy diet. An unhealthy diet leads to poor nutrition and is one of the major risk factors of a range of chronic diseases including cardiovascular diseases, certain cancers, diabetes, and other conditions linked to obesity. The following are common unhealthy diet practices and their corresponding impacts on health. So, unhealthy, so I'm sorry to tell you that um, burgers, pizzas, French fries, and your favorite Coke floats are part of the unhealthy diet. So I have placed there pictures now of example of what is an example of an unhealthy diet. So, and first, we have the low fruit and vegetable consumptions. So, low fruit and vegetable intake is among the top 10 risk factors contributing to attributable mortality, according to evidence presented in the 2003 World Health Reports. The WHO estimates that 1.7 million deaths worldwide are attributed to low fruit and vegetable consumptions. Insufficient intake of fruits and vegetables is estimated to cause around 14% of gastrointestinal cancer deaths, about 11% of ischemic heart disease deaths, and about 9% of stroke deaths worldwide. So, according sa study sa WHO, no, or the World Health Organization, so 1.7 daw ang ilang estimated pa na dili pa na siya fix. So, 1.7 million daw nga death ang na-link or ang hinungdan daw sa 1.7 million nga kamatayon sa mga tao is the low fruit and vegetable consumption. Well, of course, for teenagers like you, di ba, you're more fun of eating fast food grills, such as in Jollibee, in McDonald's, or what other fast food chains. So that is an unhealthy lifestyle in which you need it to not totally stop kay as humans know, we cannot uh, directly stop what we are used to. So dili na to diretso nga mapahunong ang mga butang nga ato nang naanaran. So what we do is to lesser na lang, to lesser kana siya nga mga paglaag di mo sa mga or pagkaon nimo sa mga fast food chains. So dapat imong priority is maka-eat ka og healthy, more on fruits and more on vegetables. So next one is the high sodium and low potassium consumption. Sodium found in food is either naturally presented or added during processing or cooking. It can be found in the table salt, baking soda, or baking powder, monosodium glutamate, curd meat, soy sauce, and other miscellaneous food items and processed foods. High sodium consumption can be defined as consuming more than 2 grams of sodium per day, which is equivalent to 5 grams or 1 teaspoon of salt per day. Together with the insufficient potassium intake less than 3.5 grams per day, this contributes to high blood pressure and increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. High sodium intake also increases calcium exertion, resulting in reduced bone density. In addition, excessive intake of salt preservative or salt preserved food is associated with increased risk of stomach and nasopharyngeal cancers. So if you are fond of salty foods, so that is also not good. No, sa kupang ginaingon, we always, kupang giingon ganina, we should always put in mind that too much is not good and too less is also not good. Dapat in moderation siya tanan. So, too much intake ni mo sa salty foods, di ba mo nang uban, they'll have their kidney problems because of this also. Next, the third one, high consumption of trans fatty acids and saturated fats. Fats in general are concentrated source of energy, and excessive consumption of fats may lead to obesity. However, not all fats are the same. And there is increasing evidence that the type of fat in the diet has important effects on health and may be more important to health than the total amount of fat in the diet. High consumption of saturated fats and trans fatty acid increase risk for heart disease by raising low density lipoprotein LDL cholesterol in the blood. Trans fatty acids, which are commercially called partially hydrogenated oils, may also contribute to other health problems such as diabetes. Saturated fats occur naturally in many foods, the majority of which come mainly from animal sources like meat and dairy products. On the other hand, trans fat are present in margarine, shortening, other solid fats, and in commercially fried and baked food such as biscuits, cakes, donuts, and chips. So if you are fond of eating that, so you are consuming high trans fatty acids and saturated fats. So I have mentioned earlier, no, you can, if you are buying from mall or from grocery stores, you can check the level of the trans fat and the level of the saturated fat in the nutrition facts at the back of the food. So pwede nyo siya i-check dira kung pila ka percent ang iyang trans fat o iyang saturated fat, so kung naa ba or wala. So again, ang emphasize diri, if too much in consumption, it is not good also. So that is why kabantay mo, di ba, na ay mga especially sa tong mga lola and lolo, they like their food nga dili nila asinan, dili nila gamitan og mantika, like they enjoy more foods that are not kanang fried. Sa ilahang gusto is kanang mga boiled lang, boiled and steam. That is because they are kanang galikay na sila ani nga mga kinds of mga unhealthy foods. So you can notice it na uh, ang tinimplahan sa pagkaon sa ato ang mga lola or atong mama, ilabi na og nana sila yung mga maintenance is tabang na siya, dili na sila gagamit og MSG, dili na kay sila gaasin, anya na. They are practicing change of their balanced diet. So that is the reason behind. Okay, next, fourth one, high free sugar intake. Free sugars include those added to foods and beverages by the manufacturer, cook, or consumer, as well as sugars naturally presented in honey, syrups, fruit juices, and fruit juice concentrates. There is increasing concern that free sugar intake, particularly in the form of sugar-sweetened beverages, increases overall energy intake and may even reduce the intake of food containing more nutritionally adequate calories. This can lead to an unhealthy diet, weight gain, and increased risk to NCDs. Another concern is the association between intake of free sugars and dental caries. Dental diseases are the most prevalent NCDs globally and cause pain, anxiety, functional limitation, including poor school attendance and performance in children. So I hate to break you, but your intake of the so-called milk tea is one big great example of a high free sugar intake. So, daghan kaayo siya og added sugar ang mga milk teas, no? So, it is also there. Also, the ice cream. But, you don't need to worry if you take it into moderation, man pod. But, if it's too much na, like every day, like every meal of soft drinks and other forms of sweet foods, it is not good na. So, you need to stop it na, or you need to put it into moderation. So, ang number one nga gina-atake sa sugar no is our teeth, which is our dental. And if, di ba, kung magsakit atong ngipon, all things are affected. Like, maglisod ta og function sa kasakit sa atong ngipon. And samot na nata sa eskwelahan, kung sakit kay atong ngipon, ita ka concentrate. So, that is why nagabutang siya diri nga makakause siya of course pain, na anxiety, functional limitation, and poor school attendance. So, musig absent kay sakit ang ngipon. So, that is the reason behind. So, if you're fan of eating milk tea, your chocolates, donuts, or that specific foods, you need to put it into moderation. So, this is the sign na inyong ginahulat. This is the sign to put it in moderation. Here are some factors we need to consider for proper nutrition and a balanced diet. So, as what I have said earlier, so this is the sign no to live healthy lives, to live with a healthy lifestyle, especially karon pandemic. We need to make ourselves healthy para dili ta dali magsakit, dili ta dali matakdan sa mga sakit-sakit, o dili ta dali ma-COVID. So we need to exercise. At the same time, we need to look out for our food intake. And so you are very lucky for today's discussion because we will learn what foods should we eat. Okay? So, nabala na nato, di ba, earlier kung unsay definition sa healthy diet. Then, it is followed by an unhealthy diet definitions or unsa tong mga factors nga makahatag og unhealthy diet sa ato. So, now, let us know and atong unsa man atong mga pagkaon na dapat i-enter sa ato ang sa atong meal every day. According to the studies, so breakfast. Breakfast, ako siya gi-underlined and gi-read na ako siya to emphasize that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So, if you are fan of waking up late, so imong ginahimo is ga-brunch na lang ka, or alas 2 na ka man mamahaw dala pa ni udto, so that is not a very so that is a very unhealthy lifestyle. Kay kailangan nato ang breakfast. Good, kailangan ta mag-breakfast. Why? Because it restores the energy needed by the body to function well in the next hours of the day. After a long night's sleep, our body needs refueling. Our energy will tell how our body will do all the activities ahead. If we eat a tasty and healthy breakfast, our body will have more strength. And the more strength we have, the more productive we can be. So, mas mapuslanon kita kung mamahaw ta og sakto og mga nutrition foods. There is a lot of truth to the old saying. So, breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, supper like a pauper, said licensed clinical physiologist Melanie Greenberg. So, ato daw ng permintitimanan nga saying, no? Na breakfast like a king, meaning, mukaon yun daw kagdaghan sa imong breakfast. Sa imong lunch, dili kaayo, and samot na sa imong dinner, dili kaayo ka magkaon og daghan. Ang explanation to that is according pa there sa definition, no, so kinahanglan mo kaon kag daghan nga breakfast kay mo na imong magsugod sa imong day, so taas pa ang adlaw. Dayon, mag-lunch din ka og moderate lang, kay hapit na biya gabi. So pagkagabi, samot nga ilas nimo imong intake, kay wala naman gud kay physical activity nga buhaton. So ang imo na lang buhaton is matulog, so dili nimo na ma-burn ang food nga imong gi-intake by that morning. So that is the explanation why we need to eat lesser in the evening. Okay, so next, our days are filled with a lot of things to do, a lot of responsibilities and obligations that need our full energy and attention. A substantial breakfast will help us be more attentive and focus on our activities and goals for the day. Our body needs three food groups for it to go, grow, and glow. So, muna akong mention ganina, no? The food groups are go, grow, and glow. So, unsa man dining go, grow, and glow? So, first, go foods are the type of food that provides fuel and help us go and be active. So, man siyang gitawag siya go foods. Example of go food include bread, rice, pasta, cereals, and potato. These foods give our muscles fuel to run, swim, jump, cycle, and our brain fuel to concentrate. If we don't eat enough go foods, then we can feel tired and won't have enough fuel to get through the day. It's important to include go foods at all meals and especially breakfast so that our body and brain can get ready for the busy school day ahead. So magpili lang ka not necessary nga sa imong pagkaan mukaon kag pan, mukaon kag kanon, mukaon kag pasta, cereals and potato. That is not kay masobra na punta. So we have to pick one or two from this food group. So as Filipino, magkaan man gyud tag rice, so check na ang ato ang go food. Now, let's proceed to the grow foods. Grow foods help our body grow bigger and stronger. Food help build our body bones, teeth, and muscles. Example of grow foods include chicken, meat, fish, eggs, and milk, cheese, and yogurt. All of these foods help to keep us feeling full so that we don't get hungry straight away. Grow foods also help keep our brain bright and focused. If we don't eat enough grow foods, our bodies won't have the right building blocks to make us taller and stronger. So um, kung medyo kulang ka sa height, probably you lack eating the grow food. So kinahanglan nimo to take in consideration kani nga mga pagkaon para mo grow ang imuhang height. So, di ba na natay rice. So, usually, ang atong gina-breakfast is egg. So, check na ta sa grow foods and sometimes po, we have our milk. Di ba kung mag-breakfast ta. So, check na ta sa grow foods. Let's proceed to the glow foods. Glow foods are full of vitamins and minerals to keep our skin, hair, and eyes bright and glowing. Glow foods can keep our immune system strong so that we can fight bugs and viruses. Examples of glow foods include all fruits and vegetables. So tanan nga prutas ug gulay, they are all glow foods. Brightly colored fruits and vegetables are full of vitamins and minerals, and we need to eat different types every day. What did you eat yesterday? Unsay mo gikaon gahapon nga gulay or fruits? Where did lots of different colored fruit and vegetables? Try and eat fruit and vegetables from every color of the rainbow are to make sure you're getting enough glow foods. So, para mabalaan daw no, nga enough na imong intake sa glow food, so dili lang da enough nga mukha na kag isa ka type of fruit or vegetable. So, for example, breakfast is banana lang. So, it is not enough. So, you need to have another type of fruit. So, but don't you worry, no, dili siya necessary nga sa isa lang ka meal. For example, breakfast ka, uno na nimo ni tanan. You can separate or you can kanabitang imo siyang by group. Oh, kani from morning akong fruits is kani Then sa paniudto kani siya nga fruit, then kani siya nga fruit. So at the end of the day, ano ra maghapon ni ang nutrients. So dili siya kailangan sa isa ka kanunan, imo jud ang kanon tanan, so dili pud na siya dili pud na siya nimo makaya, no. So little by little lang pud nimo nga pag-intake ana nga food. So our daily eating choices. So this will help us to create uh, our own healthy diet or our own balanced diet. So we have the Filipino food pyramid, Pinggang Pinoy, and the commandments. So first, we're going to tackle the Filipino food pyramid. So according to the Filipino food pyramid, we need to eat a variety of foods every day to get the nutrients needed by the body. So ako na siya na-explain ngayon na, no. Breastfeed infants exclusively from birth up to 6 months. Then give appropriate complementary foods while continuing breastfeeding for 2 years and beyond for optimum growth and development. So, mali pod na siya, no. Stereotype pod nato na if dako na ang bata is dili na sila dapat i-breastfeed. So, according to studies, as long as magusto pa ang baby nga mo breastfeed sa iyang mother, it is kailangan siya gid ipapadayon. Unless kung siya na ang dili ganahan or ang bata na is mas feel niya mo dili sa bottle feeds, but if gusto pa daw ang bata og breastfeed up until kung pila pa yung edad regardless of the age from newborn to up to 5 years old, I think okay ra daw siya kay it's safe, and breastfeed is the number one healthy for the babies para sa mga bata mo. Doon na siya ang uh, dili gid daw. It is proven and tested that breastfeeds milk from the mothers are that breastfeed milks contains various vitamins, and it also help the babies to have immunity against viruses para dili sila dali magsakit. So breastfeeding is highly encouraged for those ages of the babies. Next, eat more vegetables and fruits every day to get the essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber of regulation of body processes. Next, consume fish, lean meat, poultry eggs, dried beans or nuts daily for growth and repair of body tissues. Next, consume milk, milk products, and other calcium-rich food such as small fish and shellfish every day for healthy bones and teeth. So, kung gusto kang haligayon imong bukog o ang imong ngipon, you need to drink milk regularly. Pwede pod small fishes or shellfish. Kanang inya nga mga isda nga naa sila sa shell, it can help you to make your bones healthy and your teeth healthy. Next, consume safe foods and water to prevent diarrhea and other food and waterborne diseases. So, commonly nga itong nabalaan nga mga virus or bacteria nga nasa tubig is ang cysto. So, that is bacteria from the water. Also, we have that amoeba. So, mind you, if you have intake water, bitaw nga you carelessly intake water, kanang especially during your hikes, then kuan mo contaminated water nga na din amoeba or cysto or other bacterias. So, pag makuha na siya ninyo nga bacteria, no, it will be forever, like, I mean, dili na siya matanggal sa inyong system, naa na siya sa inyong tiyan. Dili na siya matanggal, but matambalan siya, ma-moderate siya nga dili ka magsigig kalibanga or dili ka magsakit, but it will forever be in your system na, like ma-part na siya sa imong sistema, so na ay forever sa mga water bacteria. So be careful kung mag-hike mo or magtumo sa other places that you are not sure of where nila ginakuha ilahang water, or kung Clean ba ang ilang water, dili ba contaminated? Better you consume mineral waters or bring your own water for safety precautions. Next, use iodized salt to prevent iodine deficiency or disorders. So iodized salt kato na siya mga salt nga katong pino. Mo to siya ang mga iodized salt. Okay, limit intake of salty, fried, fatty, and sugar-rich foods to prevent cardiovascular diseases. So if you're a fan of drinking milk tea, fan of drinking Coke or colas, if you're fan of mga fried foods, and ganahan ka magkaon og mga humba, nga mga foods, no, this is the sign for you to put it into moderation. And then attain a normal body weight through proper diet and moderate physical activity to maintain good health and help prevent obesity. So ngano kailangan man ginato maglikay nga dili ta mahimong obese? It is because, 'di ba, sa atong body composition, pag naanam gud ka sa obese part, you are very prone of heart attacks, you are prone with diabetes, in which that diseases are fatal, meaning pwede gid ka mamatay through that diseases. So dili siya biro nga mga disease, no. And for you to prevent from having that, you need to check your weight and your food intakes. Last, be physically active, make healthy food choices, manage stress, avoid alcoholic beverages, and do not smoke to help prevent lifestyle-related non-communicable diseases. So, imuhang pag-party sa mga PNEX or sa mga D-Dike, imuhang na po na siyang i-put into moderation. Maglaylo na ka na. Kay, especially teenagers, no, sa inyong mga edad, nagidara ang peak of mga party people. So, for your safety and for your health, you need to put it into moderation. Okay, next, we have the Pinggang Pinoy. Pingang Pinoy is a new, easy to understand food guide that uses a familiar food plate model to convey the right food group proportions on a per meal basis. To meet the body's energy and nutrient needs of Filipino adults, Pingang Pinoy serves as a visual tool to help Filipinos adapt healthy eating habits at mealtimes by delivering effective dietary and healthy lifestyle messages. The Pinggang Pinoy can be used side by side with the existing D&G pyramid for food daily nutritional guide pyramid, but it will not replace it. So, always put in mind, pwede daw nimo siya ang suggested sa Pinggang Pinoy nga mga foods, pwede nimo siya iuban atong daily nutrition guide pyramid, pero dili siya pwede nga mo replacement nimo sa food. It is just kan lang, kaabag lang niya. Dili pwede nga kanina yung Pinggang Pinoy gid ang imuhang i-follow nga mga food. According to FNRI, Pinggang Pinoy is a quick and easy guide on how much to eat per meal time, while the D&G pyramid shows at a glance the whole day food intake recommendations. So ang D&G pyramid, ang iyang emphasis is sa imong tibok nga adlaw nga dapat i-intake ng mga pagkaon. While the Pinggang Pinoy, iyang goal is every meal, per meal ang iya, dili siya as a whole. Per meal ang iyang ina-advise. So both the Pingang Pinoy and the D&G pyramid for Filipino are based on the latest science about how our food, drink, and activity choices affect our health. The D&G pyramid is a simple, trustworthy guide in choosing healthy diet. It builds from the base, showing that we should eat more foods from the bottom part of the pyramid like vegetables, whole grains, and less from the top such as red meat, sugar, fats, and oils. When it's time to eat, most of us use a plate. So it is just appropriate to use the Pinggang Pinoy as a guide for a typical balanced meal. So adolescence is the transition phase of growth and development between childhood and adulthood. It is also termed as the age of puberty. The World Health Organization, or the WHO, defines an adolescent as any person between the ages 10 and 19. This period is characterized by growth, spurt, and other bodily changes. Timing, duration, and intensity of growth vary from one individual to another. Nutrition needs during adolescence are increased because the increased growth rate and changes in body composition associated with puberty. Male and female adolescents have different needs during this crucial time of growth. So you have noticed sa inyong mga classmates in elementary no nga they have great changes in their body, specifically in their body builds kung naana sila sa high school or naana sila sa college no. Kung sa una to silang classmate is niwang, masakiton, and then later on makita na nato sila nga uh, mas more improved na sila. It is because paspas naman gud ang growth sa ilang system. So that is why paspas pod ang ilahang food intake and mo nang naay niya nga mga changes. Unlike atong you're still young, you don't dili pa kayo inya na ka-rapid ang growth nimo. So parehas dire so gi-compare ang meal sa babae ug sa lalaki. So male adolescents 13 to 18 years old and female to 13 to 18. So kakabutang diri double rice ang lalaki, duha ka buok ang iyahang fish, then watermelon, and then gulay. But compared sa girls, one and a half cup lang og rice, then 1.5 cup pod og vegetables, then same sa lalaki, para sa 1.5. Then small fish, then 1 serving of fruit, then 9 or more glasses of water. Sa lalaki is 12 or more glasses ang advisable sa ilaha because of the rapid growth of their. Next, for teenagers, maintaining a healthy diet will make the person look and feel better. So having a proper diet will make one's skin and hair healthier and help achieve one's ideal weight. Eating right helps them look better, feel better, and stay healthier. Teens become stronger and think more clearly, thus may even perform better in sports and get better grades. They will also be less likely to get depressed or stressed. So according to the study, no, if you are eating a balanced diet, so you are not prone to depression or stress, and you should also excel in your ACADS or your academic, and also you are more inclined to do sports. So mo na siya no, ang according to study nga mo na ilahang na figure out if magkaon ka sa proper or the balanced diet. To help teens eat right, the Department of Science and Technology, Food and Nutrition Research Institute, or the DOST FNRI, developed the Pingang Pinoy specifically for teens 13 to 18 years old. So if naa pa kaani nga age bracket, you're from let's say 17 to 18, the Pingang Pinoy for teens are identified with blue-colored placemats. The color blue was chosen for teens because they conveys a sense of strength, dependability, and coolness, meanings that are associated with favorable qualities of teenagers. So the Pingang Pinoy for teens shows the recommended proportion by food group in every meal for male and female adolescents. It includes a variety of food per meal from each of the 3 groups: Go Foods, Energy Giving, Grow Foods, Bodybuilding Foods, and the Glow Food, Body Regulating Foods. Similar to the Pingang Pinoy for other population groups, the Pingang Pinoy for teens shows that half of the plate is for glow foods, with a greater proportion of vegetables than fruits. This means that they should eat more vegetables than fruits. The other half consists of go and grow foods. with go foods of greater proportion compared to the grow foods. The go food is represented by rice, which is the primary energy source of Filipinos. Other go foods are corn, bread, and root crops. The grow foods is represented by milkfish, locally known as bangus, which is commonly eaten fish. So, ano siya no? Root crops nga mga pagkaon is like kamati taps, and yan ang mga example. Okay, so the following tables show the recommended per meal amounts of go, glow, and grow foods for individual age 13 to 19, and if wala nakadiha nga age bracket, naapod ta for 19 to. Okay. So these are the suggested foods under Pinggang Pinoy. So kani siya din nasa left side. This is for 13 and 19 years old, and then there is a right side mo ni siya ang suggested for 19 to 59 years old. So you can check it there. And you also have this copy man sa inyong module. So you can take a look there. So natin activity no nga you need to look upon these examples para atong activity. So you should take note of the proper or the balanced diet. So again, I will remind you that Pinggang Pinoy is a suggestion per meal. Dili siya whole nga intake sa pagkaon sa kada is per meal, per examples for lahi sa breakfast, lahi sa mga lunch, and then sa imong. Last, we have the 10 commandments. So the 10 Commandments are the popularized version of the Nutritional Guidelines for Filipinos or NGF, approved by the NNC Governing Board to promote a healthy lifestyle among Pinoys. The nutritional guidelines aim to address and prevent malnutrition and diet-related non-communicable diseases such as cancer, diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases. The commandments are simple and easy to remember guidelines that can be easily followed by ordinary citizens to improve their nutritional status with messages like kumain ng iba't ibang pagkain, kumain ng gulay at prutas araw-araw, and panatiliin ang tamang timbang. Individuals are encouraged to eat the right foods, exercise right, and pursue a healthy lifestyle in 10 easy rules. Okay, so this is the 10 Commandments. Sigla at lakas ng buhay. I know you have noticed this sa mga tarpaulin sa inyong mga munisipyo, no? Here in Valencia, I think I've noticed this in the public market. So, na siya tarpaulin nga inyanit siya dagway. So, the first commandments is kumain ng iba't ibang pagkain. So, we have already tackled this earlier, diba? To eat variety of foods. The second commandment, sa unang 6 na buwan ni baby, breastfeeding lamang mula 6 months, bigyan din siya ng ibang angkop na pagkain. So, dapat daw breastfeed lang yun, dili pwede daw ang formula for a healthy body. Then, third commandments, kumain ng gulay at prutas araw-araw. Then next, number 4, kumain ng isda, karne, at ibang pagkaing may protina. So, naaday protein dapat imong ginakaon ng mga foods. Fifth, uminom ng gatas, kumain ng pagkaing mayaman sa calcium. Sixth, tiyaking malinis at ligtas ang ating pagkain at tubig. 7, gumamit ng iodized salt. 8, hinay-hinay sa maalat, mamantika at matatamis. 9, panatiliin ang tamang timbang. And last, the 10 commandments is maging aktibo, iwasan ng alak, huwag manigarilyo. So, same lang yapon sa atong na-discuss kanina, di ba? Yan ay gyapon ang concept sa Pinggang Pinoy. So, that is the 10 commandments. So, you have noticed po, di ba, that wala na mention diri ang coffee. So, if you are fan of consuming coffee, iced coffee, so that is also unhealthy. Kaya wala siya na-discuss nga under siya sa healthy. So, it is also an unhealthy food. If you you have addiction with coffee, like 4 to 5 times kag coffee every day, so again, that is not good and you need to put it in a moderation. Okay, so now let us proceed for your activity for today's discussion. For your Unit 3, you are going to create a vlog showing your meal preparation for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Attach your video in the Edmodo. So, pwede no nga i-vlog nimo ang imong pagluto or imuha lang siyang ang sige, tawag anang fast forward lang siya nga ginapakita ang imuhang pag-prepare sa imong food or diretso na nimo ipakita kung unsa ang imong food ana nga day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and kailangan nag-follow pud ka sa suggested food nga naa sa atong presentation ganina sa Kumain Band sa Pinggang Pinoy ug katong sa food pyramid. So you need to Filipino food pyramid. So you need to what you call this? Kailangan nimo dito ka magbase sa imong food nga i-prepare for this video. And for the criteria, creativity meaning yun sa nimo pag-present, like yun sa nimo pagpakita ang imong pag-prepare sa imong food, antod sa pag-prepare meaning ka lang na pagluto, unya na pagluto, pag-set sa table, and pagkita nimo ang imong plato, kung unsa ang mga unsa na ang sudan, unsa imong water, ano inom ba kag milk, something like that. Presentation 60%. Ang presentation is like it's a general na siya nga pagka-present sa tanan-tanan nga ako na from breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then the organization, ang pagka-plaster sa imuhang vlog is 15% to the total of 100%. So thank you for listening for today's topic. So if you have questions, clarifications regarding this topic, you can leave your questions in the comment box below. And I have an announcement to make. So we will no longer meet virtually. I mean, dili na ta mag-held o Google Meets because I will only upload another video like this and like the previous lessons para sa inyo to watch it on your convenient time para dili na mo ma-hassle to so that you can take my subject as kanang relief na to other subjects na kinahanglan mo magpa-load or mana sa naikuan. So pwede na ninyo siya idungan every time nga magpa-signal mo na pwede na ninyo i-watch ang akong video or inyohang i-download para dili na kaayo mo ma-hassle. And also since we will be no longer meeting virtually, so I can't check your attendance na. So what you'll do is you need to comment down below anything you like, a heart emoji, heart icon, or whatsoever, but please do not comment there present. Okay, it would be very obvious. It is for the attendance. So if ever nga nakay questions or clarifications, that will also serve as your attendance for this topic. So again, walay mag-comment og present ha. You need to comment only icons or your questions and your clarifications for this video. So regarding those students who have PM me through Edmodo and the Facebook page, I have read it all and I refuse to answer it because I have already answered your inquiries in the previous video. So if wala pa mo nakatanaw ato, I will put the link down below also para matanaw ninyo siya before or after this video. So we only have one topic left, which is your Unit 4, and I will also make a video presentation about it, and I will send the links in your class representatives, and I will post it on the Edmodo so you will be updated. So for those students nga ilang concern is katong mga activities nga wala nila naansiran nga na deadline na, just wait for the further instructions. I am currently checking what activities I need to re-upload so that para maisara na ako and I cannot do it at this moment because up until now, unfortunately, wala pa tanahuman og finalize sa atong mga master list, no. Daghan gyapon kay mga estudyante nga ga-PM nga wala ilang pangalan, wrong spelling ilang pangalan, so wala pa ta ka-move on ana nga phase. So dito pa ta sugod sa first day of school up until now wala pa ta nahuman og finalize sa inyong grades, and we really need to finalize it now kay para ining mag-compute na ko sa inyong grado, dili masayop ang inyong mga pangalan nga i-submit sa registrar's office for your grades, and para di na mo mahasol magkuha sa inyo ang grado. And if you haven't checked yet your uh, names in your master list, so you can uh, scroll to the Facebook page, or ibutang na lang pod nako ang link sa description box below kung ahani mo tan-awan ang imong name, kung sakto ba yung spelling, kung naaba ka sa section. And also, naasid ko'y concern regarding those students who have transferred their sections. I do not allow that. So, kung asa ka nako nabutang sa akong post nga section, mooto ang imong i-follow nga section, kay mooto ang ako ang sundan. So, you need to take note of that also. So, that would be all man siguro. So, the other announcement will be posted and will be disseminated to your class representatives. So again, thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something from today's discussion. I will see you on the next video. Bye!